And now they build up Gisbert's, Trengove, and then Gisbert's again to fall forward, and Green.
As Lee touched on, both sides having a conventional defensive setup, which is probably a real positive for Melbourne. They can set up the way they want to set up and attack the ball, knowing that they're going to be in a one-on-one situation, and Brad Green's the beneficiary of that in this set play here. Just doubled back, led his man to the ball. Good setup.
Got a pretty good record against the Bombers. He has kicked 5 against them in a match. Straight in front, and the captain kicks the first goal of the night. Green's got some time, no, run down, back it comes, Evans hooks it back to full forward, Sylvia! Got it!
It's amazing when you watch the start of a game of football. Melbourne just look quicker, don't they?
Yep.
Melbourne are the team that have actually jumped into this game with the energy. You talk about it, well, Essendon had the bye last week, we know that, but once you get to round 9, 10, gee, the bye should help you enormously to jump into the game the following week. But Melbourne have certainly got this early ascendancy.
Well, he's a goal-kicking midfielder too, and the D's have got the first 2, so they make the early running here. The perfect start.
McKenzie looking for somebody, demands that Rivers came, and Rivers did. Runs along the boundary line, sends it long to half forward. Trengove wants it down in front, goes after his own footy. Scully was dragged down. He was on the assist. Well played by Howe. Gave it across to Jurrah. Now it's with Moloney. 60 metres out. Moloney can go long. What's Woods made of here? Good stuff. Oh, sturdy Woods. He's marked this about 15 metres out.
Better. Gives you real confidence when you're bringing the ball into your forward 50, knowing that if you give it to a one-on-one contest, you're going to get a strong presence.
It looks like it was a nice strong kick that sort of made it. The ball was going to go over Hardingham's head as long as Watts could hold him under the flight. Planted his feet, did it well.
Yep. And give Hardingham his due. He can jump, but he was never in that, was he? It was a good kick coming in too. Set up for this man. Jack Watts then, directly in front. Saw him last week. He was okay the week before. Perhaps the best game I've seen him play, and he's on target here. Good signs. Flirting with danger too. Essendon coming out. Well done by Watts. Stayed on his feet. Brilliant stuff. Slips a hand pass across to a teammate, Trengove. Moloney. A lot to like about their runners. Moloney finds a way through. Centering kick. I'll be on Fletcher. Jurrah did knock it away. Well done. Sylvia back in the action. McKenzie. Lost Babette. Jurrah. Now close to the boundary line. Trengove thumps it long towards full forward. Off hands. Loose at the back. Leading in the race is Jones. Running out of space, Jones. Flings it back towards Green. Green kicks a goal. Oh, how about that?
Max Gorman, the big guy. It's a Scully, and then Scully 2 Watts at full forward. There's a shove out.
Push. Advantage.
And Jurrah gets the goal. So Melbourne get a goal through Jurrah. The free kick to Watts, the advantage paid.
Been making a lot of changes. Needs to be stable. Here's Gisbert's. Drives it long. Green should mark from behind, and he does. Plays on immediately. Scully is on, and Scully is marked directly in front. Will go back, and you would expect him to go very close to kicking this one.
They've played patient footy, Melbourne. They've played it all night, and it takes a lot of possessions for them to get them from one end to the other. Big Gorn is playing in the forward line, but they're not going to kick the ball to him. They're almost doing everything to hold on to the ball and set someone else up in their forward 50. I think he's just there as a bit of height deep, just in case.
But Lee, I don't think they know that at half-time he had Gorn camp. If they knew that, they'd be going to him. Don't worry about that. There's the kick from Scully. What a wonderful kick. He is a brilliant young player. Pulls it across the body, bounces high. Hooker had to wait. Jurrah got there, stolen away by Green. Knew where the numbers were, went back to Jurrah. Now it's with Howe. Howe finds his way through. Gisbert's moments ago had it in the defensive goal square and goes down to Trengove. Wonderful Melbourne. Put it on the highlight reel. Wonderful goal.
Feeling the pitch and less inclined to push up in front of their opponents.
Rivers gave it to Jetta, across to McKenzie, missed by Watts, swooping on the loose ball. Here's a chance for Howe, sends it down towards full forward. Green stumbles in the square, it saved him. He's kicked a goal. Had he not stumbled, he's got 3. He could have been gone.
They just haven't been able to take a mark forward. Frawley, well done. Morton, and rather Strauss, playing well, goes back to Burnell. Green with 3 goals for the first time this season. Gisbert's, well, he's a ball magnet, isn't he? And then kicks the ball to half forward. Watts, who's imposing himself a bit. Howe playing well. Evans back to Watts. Important kick. Watts goes to full forward. Got it! Jetta.
It's the classic forward setup when you've got a lead-up player who creates space behind, and Jetta on this occasion was able to get into the vacuum which Brad Green left. See the build-up here.
Yeah, the
Green's
kick
brought up.
The kick was to Green, but
Jetta.
he was backed up.
Yep.
Gee, I mean, again, the talk will be about the bye. But I just think Essendon maybe have got a patch in the year. They started so well, they had such a big summer. I mean, Watson out obviously is a gigantic out. Haven't won really for about 4 years, haven't they, Bruce?
No,
I said pre-game.
Yeah, the last 8 without him. No Hocking, of course. Jetta kicks the goal. Melbourne slip away, the biggest lead of the night. Is that the only thing, dude?
Probably.
Scully brilliantly done, and then hooking back and getting a good angle. Well, Jurrah with the back gets his second, and the D's are away. Scully again. I mean, that was just a great kick.
Yeah,
So Fletcher with a long ball. Hill stuck his backside out. Jones. Well played by Nicholson, the sub, wobbly. Jurrah did a good job, actually. Brought it down as a goal, I think. It is. And the goal comes to Howe. Jumping Jeremy.
It's been really impressive the way he's picked up the tempo of the game in his first game, Jeremy Howe.
Wants it in long and high. And I think Morton's going to go and kick to Jurrah. Big fly. And Green. Yes! He's kicked 4. That soccer coming to the fore again.
(68-83).
Gee, it's a big miss, isn't it?
This is where you wouldn't necessarily kick it too quick, kick it long and deep, kick it long and wide.
He's done just that. Jurrah, brilliant.
We see that often when teams are going into their forward 50. The Essendon defence was back. It's blocking up the back 50. That you don't really want to go in deep where they can launch a counter-attack. So you go in wide into the forward pocket. It's a sort of slightly narrow shot at goal. But if Essendon got the footy, it's hard for them to run it out from that part of the field.
So it's been a cameo from Jurrah tonight, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But Lee, you talked about where do they find their targets early in the match. They found them in the end, didn't they? They found some marking targets forward. And Jurrah is one of them. He's had a lot of shots on goal in the end. This will top off a pretty good night. He's kicked 3. That's a good return.
Great scenes here. Great response. Liam Jurrah was certainly one of the players in the third quarter that got into the game, and that's when Melbourne were able to put some ascendancy on the scoreboard.
Martin towards full forward. Hardingham was up, comes to Green, got boot to ball. Burnell dragged along, Jetta open goal, and just one more. Well, they've been kicked around for weeks. Why not get the exclamation point?
And who won the footy again? Stephen Martin out of the ruck contest. Right?
And they haven't won in their last 8 matches here at the MCG. So the Watson won the critical one. Trengo's been fantastic. Martin, arguably best man on the ground. Moloney running hard. 2, 3, gets to 55. Loads up, goes long. Talk about exclamation mark.
Party time now. These are great scenes here. Also, Dean Bailey coaching up in the box, coming down the ground. We're really enjoying it.
This is an important win. I mean, Melbourne have been under the pump this week for the so-called bruise-free footy. So to come out and compete, and I think Dean Bailey said, I'm coming down to enjoy the last 30 seconds at ground level.
Crawley joined him in that third term. Short one comes across to Martin. And Martin finishes up with the football. Dean Bailey strides onto the MCG. Well, something special from Melbourne tonight.
I think says it all. Just feel like their season's taken a lovely turn for the better, don't you?
No doubt about that.